Hello, this is New Vision TV. I'm Lynn Komjisha. You could say that President Uhuru Kenyatta was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, having been born in State House to founder President Jommo Kenyatta. 5 years ago, he returned to his birthplace as full-time resident, having won the presidency in a tightly contested election against Raila Odinga. Now he is running again, and New Vision TV looks at the man, Uhuru Kenyatta, who is set to make history in Kenya by retiring from presidency before the age of 60, whether he wins or loses.
Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was born as Kenya was preparing for independence and was raised in State House until his father, the founding president, Mzee Jommo Kenyatta, died in 1978. His name Uhuru means freedom, and he went ahead to lead a life of a free spirit until 2001 when President Daniel Arap Moi anointed him to parliament. When President Moi had only 1 year to leave power because of term limits, he nominated Uhuru Kenyatta, son of his own mentor, Jommo Kenyatta, to parliament and named him Minister for Local Government. This was the start of what Kenyans then cynically called the project, meaning that Uhuru was just a project Moi was imposing on Kenyans. In 2002, at Kasarani International Stadium, the then powerful ruling party KANU held its delegates conference, at which all eyes were on the ongoing President Moi to see who he would anoint as flag bearer. Long-serving Vice President Professor George Saitoti was highly expecting to be nominated. Moi instead proposed Uhuru Kenyatta, who was only 38 years old. Earlier, Raila Odinga, who had joined Moi hoping to be nominated, had also been disappointed. A furious Saitoti, a bitter Raila Odinga, and many senior politicians who had fallen out with Moi ganged up successfully against Moi's choice and backed the aging, Makerere-trained economist Mwai Kibaki in the 2002 elections. Kibaki trounced Uhuru, but nobody really saw Uhuru as Kibaki's opponent in the first place. It was Moi they wanted to humiliate and punish. At Kibaki's inauguration, which was attended by Uganda's Yoweri Museveni, the impatient crowds shouted insults at Moi. KANU virtually died with Moi's presidency. In 2007, Uhuru backed Mwai Kibaki for re-election against Raila Odinga. The election, widely believed to have been won by Raila, ended with Kibaki declaring himself the winner and taking oath swiftly that December of 2007. Bloody clashes ensued immediately, and in a matter of days, over 1,000 people were dead and hundreds of thousands internally displaced. Uhuru Kenyatta, with his massive financial fortune, is widely believed to have ferried deployed fleets of buses to rescue Kikuyu people who were being killed in the Rift Valley area and western Kenya. The buses, according to some accounts, ferried the dreaded Mungiki militia to effect the rescue. A coalition unity government was forced on Kenya by mediators under former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan and Tanzania's Jakaya Kikwete. But the Kenyans neglected setting up a local commission to deal with the post-election violence crimes as prescribed by the mediators. So after Kibaki and Odinga settled in as president and prime minister respectively, the then International Criminal Court's prosecutor, Moreno Ocampo, raised his hand. He indicted several Kenyans over the violence. These included Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. As the 2012 elections approached, William Ruto already regarded Raila Odinga as a traitor who had caused him to end up in The Hague. So he abandoned Raila and joined hands with Uhuru in the Jubilee alliance. Jubilee went ahead to defeat Raila Odinga's ODM. Uhuru got 50.07% of the vote, while Raila got 42%. Raila petitioned the Supreme Court, but Uhuru's victory was upheld by court. Moreno Ocampo's ICC indictment kept coming up during the campaigns, but the youthful team of Uhuru and Ruto dismissively said they could run the country from anywhere using digital communication technology. Uhuru and Ruto eventually overcame the ICC case, but not before they had to appear before court separately, even after being elected. Uhuru historically handed over power to his deputy when he traveled to The Hague to appear before court. Uhuru Kenyatta's presidency has seen a rapid improvement in government efficiency in Kenya. For Uganda, Uhuru's personal initiative has been beneficial. He streamlined operations at Mombasa, drastically reducing transit time for Uganda's bound cargo from Mombasa to Kampala from weeks to days. To achieve this, he had to, among other things, direct the Kenya Customs Director to shift office from Nairobi to Mombasa. He also opened the Kenyan market to Uganda's sugar. At one time, Uhuru, with Presidents Museveni and Kagame of Uganda and Rwanda respectively, had formed a coalition of the willing to speed up regional integration in the face of foot dragging by Tanzania and Burundi. Uhuru's leanings towards Uganda had become symbolically obvious when on polling day, before going to cast his vote for himself, he first went to commiserate with the family of Eria Kategaya, who had passed away in a Nairobi hospital. Kenyans are now going back to the polls to choose between the two men, Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta, as they did 5 years ago. Whatever the outcome of the voting, Uhuru has already made history as the youngest president elected to lead independent Kenya.
You're still watching New Vision TV, and now for our Pearl of Africa series, we take a look at Lake Bunyonyi. Lake Bunyonyi lies in the southwestern part of Uganda. Known for its fresh water, Lake Bunyonyi has attracted so many people, regardless of tribe, culture and nationality, to at least spend the most exciting days of the year at its shores. Rumored to be among the deepest lakes in Africa, swimmers never see that as a hazard to exercise their swimming skills. Let's take a look. Lake Bunyonyi lies in the southwestern part of Uganda in districts of Chisoro and Kabale. The view of this lake has got romantists visiting each and every now and then. Its fresh water has attracted so many people, regardless of tribe, culture, nationality, to at least spend most of the exciting days of the year at its shores. Bunyonyi's shores are incredible. The sight will leave you speechless. The fancy lodges built around on every island and the trees giving you the shade that you require, tourists leave with unforgettable memories. The 29 islands in this lake are concentrated in its central part. Punishment Island holds a rich history that will interest you when you spend a few days at Lake Bunyonyi. The history that lies on the Punishment Island, also called Akampene, will never be erased from the hearts of several Bachiga families. Many of their sisters, daughters and potential wives were left to die here because they got pregnant before marriage, something that was similar to being blasphemous in the earlier times. Cruel as it sounds, it was culture that taught many to become patient. Lucky are the Bachiga girls of today, this practice is no longer practiced. Lake Bunyonyi is a perfect place to relax since it will offer you various activities to engage in. These include swimming, canoeing, boating, island hopping, hiking, biking, birding, nature walks, bathing, and village visits. Being one of the deepest lakes in Africa, swimmers never see it as a hazard to exercise their swimming skills. And that's all we had for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more of your updates on your mobile, on your desktop, on your tablet, anywhere on the go by visiting www.newvision.co.ug. I am Lynn Komjisha.